I make sure I had us. I shared it. You got to share.
Sharing is caring. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of most ages, if you are 6 months old, do not watch this podcast. It is not for you. 7 months and up, I'm okay with. Okay, but I think you have to have a line that you draw in the sand that says, "Hey, okay,
Florida.
I'm going to make a butt joke. You probably shouldn't listen into this butt joke." You know,
That's true. It's true.
I am your host, Meliknos Yogurtkos from Greece. I've come to take your olives. I'm actually allergic to olives, so that's actually not going to happen. But with me, of course, I have a lovely MaryLynn, the only one of the four of us on here that has ESPN. We also have Mr. Pill Hattams and our lovely guest, MaryLynn. Go ahead and start us off by telling us about Mr. BC.
Brandon Green. Enough said.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all we need. Are you, Brandon?
I guess I'm okay because I mean, look at Mr. Yogurt Koss. Yogurt Koss. Yogurt Koss. And
The
my man,
Isles of Greece.
you know why people in Greece don't wake up before noon?
I assumed it has something to do with their buttholes, but
No, it's because dawn is tough on Greece.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
What's up
No,
there,
that's true.
Phil?
You don't ever hear about no oil spills off that part of the Mediterranean.
No, because then the fish are just they just come out of the water oiled, and you put it in a pan.
And they just fry them and eat them.
It's a Mediterranean diet.
Yum.
It's
So, Mr. Brandon Cooper, you have a new radio show. Is that correct?
I actually have an entire radio station.
So tell me about the glorious station of radio-ness.
I will. It's called Veteran Voice Radio. We have Ranger Rockwave, which is our rock station, and we have Semper Fi Country, our country station, and we play nothing but veterans and their dependents that are unsigned to get them out there. We also fall under the umbrella of the Veteran Voice Foundation. We're still working on the name. We're changing it, but
Okay.
and so we do podcasts. We help veterans if they want to write a book. We help them write the book. We help them get published. We have a monthly magazine that comes out. So we got a bunch going on.
What if a veteran wanted to do Playgirl?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Could you make that happen?
It would be the vet dad bod edition.
That would be Phil Adams for sure.
Well, then we can make
he was in the Navy, so he would be great. He'd love Playgirl.
That's right.
So you probably do Playboy.
You know, that's how squids are, though.
That's
squids.
True. Oh, yeah.
Squids do that. I was in the Marine Corps. There's squids. So.
You were in the Marine Corps?
I was in the Marine Corps. Yes.
I didn't even notice. Probably because you were so.
I'm a little guy. I was EOD. I took the bombs out. That's why I'm short, so I could be closer to the ground.
So you could see better.
I could.
We always do a segment called Spirits for the Spirits. I've got my Captain Morgan private stock. I'm going to go ahead and fill this bad boy up.
Little Fireball, Phil, what do you got?
Oh, Fireball. Phil's got his mug, and you've got your mug?
I do.
All right. So all the veterans.
Here.
May they not wake up with missing limbs. I have no idea what happens to veterans.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Woo!
There it goes. There it is. It's on fire. It's on fire now.
Woo Riders, hello from Florida.
What's up, Woo? Thank you for tuning in.
It's really important, I think, to praise the veterans and to help veterans out. But you also I think you said you may be taking a little break from the paranormal.
Yes. Yes.
Mostly because your station is doing gangbusters.
Right. That is
And
correct.
the ghosts, they got to take a ticket. They got to wait in line like Beetlejuice.
That's right. I mean, I have to prioritize. I have to. I'm one of those types that do way too damn much. MaryLynn knows. She
I
knows that
do.
very well. And
I'm right there with you.
so there's a little note that from one of my good friends that I keep sitting here. This is Jessica Lynch. I don't know if you have heard of her.
Mhm.
And she,
Jessica Lynch?
yeah, she was the POW in Iraq in 2003.
Oh, yeah. No, I never heard of her.
Yeah, okay, well, it happened. She got captured and things happened. Yeah.
Oh.
But she put on here, don't take on too much at once. So I try to keep that sitting there. I just want to help people. I've been a shaman all my life. I've been in the paranormal for 30 plus years. But my real passion is helping veterans. I'm a suicide survivor. I've had 3 suicide attempts. I know what the darkness of PTSD looks like, and
Boy, it's a good thing you're terrible at that, huh?
if you gotta fail at something,
That's a good thing to fail at.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
so I like to get back. Enough of the depressing shit. Let's move forward, shall we? We shall.
Yes.
I would like to know more about the shaman part. What got you to follow that path?
I was kind of born into it. I always knew that I was a healer. And I learned one of my mentors, Diane Little Sparrow, from the Eastern Maryland Cherokee Nation. She got me when I was real young, and she was teaching me, and I didn't know it. But hang on, I'm trying to fix
I was going to say, Mike must be getting something to eat. I hear
Yeah.
rattling.
I heard rattling. I'm like, is that me?
What?
No, he's a growing boy.
So when you see Mike go still, you know something's about to happen because he's never still.
That's true.
I thought so. But and then I gave up on the whole shamanic path when I was battling my PTSD. And then I was a raging alcoholic, and then it just finally.
We could tell.
Yo, I was so bad. This is why I don't drink at all. However,
No, like none. Not even a little bit.
Nope, I haven't touched alcohol in 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
Congratulations.
But I'm not.
Has the alcohol touched you?
I mean, no, it touched me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, sometimes I didn't even ask for it, and it was unwanted touching.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes it is the naughty touch.
But then it turned into I kind of like. Anyway, that's something for my personal life. Thank you very much.
Did you get the nose ring? Is that a shaman thing?
No, it's how I test my 9-volt batteries. That's my paranormal.
Okay. To make sure the REM pods are working.
Right. Like somebody's like, "Hey, do we have a tester?" I sure do. It works.
Good.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably would work.
It does work.
You've
Again,
tried
with
it.
when alcohol touched me in the no spot.
Oh.
I tried it, and it works.
Dang, see? Now I kind of want to get one just to see if it would work.
I think you should.
You won't even get a tattoo.
I know.
Well, you
Look, I would love a tattoo, but my lady says no.
Really?
You think she's gonna say yes to the nose ring?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and she was like, "You are."
So my husband said no as well.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta understand. She sat me down. My wife is not a violent person. Okay, she sat me down, and because I said I want to get a tattoo, she sat me down and said, "Mike, this is a deal." Okay, that's what she said to me. Okay, so I have to respect the 5 fingers. Okay, maybe one day she'll relax because we really wanted to get something in Gettysburg. But who knows? Maybe I can still. Maybe I'll sneak something in like on the bottom of my big toe. I don't know.
I think you should.
Right? Yeah, right in the webbing.
Right.
That's not gonna hurt at all.
I think you should
You'll
just
never
get.
see it on your taint.
Yes. Oh, she sees that a lot.
Well, unless, are you one of those guys that go out and like suns your taint? You kind of look like one of those taint sunners.
Oh, see, like I don't believe in that. I don't believe in sunning your taint when a UV light works just fine.
But then you miss the outside with the birds and showing your taint to random creatures and.
Well, see, no, that's the thing is I've tried that and I'm still not allowed within 500 feet of an elementary school. So
I understand that.
yeah. So I mean, it says public park, but it doesn't really mean it.
No.
So
no.
So Phil, you've got tattoos. Brandon, do you have a tattoo in a spot that's uncomfortable?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Tell me. I got to know because he's got the tramp stamp spot.
Wow.
But
Do you?
was that uncomfortable there?
That was absolutely fucking miserable.
Okay.
Because that's like right on your spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I've got a couple on my shoulder blades, and I've got one up here.
Okay.
It felt like they were ripping my nipple out. Here, you want to see?
Yeah. Is that your dog tags?
Yeah.
They look hairy.
And they haven't shaved in a while. They're retired.
Okay. Gotcha.
But that felt like they were ripping the old nipple off the body.
Woo.
It was an amazing experience. And I finished that day with sunning my taint. So
Nice.
it was great.
So if you could get another tattoo, what would it be?
Well, the next one in line is actually going to be the Soldier's Cross. The upside down rifle with the helmet and the boots.
Yep.
I know I've seen that, but it doesn't strike a bell to me.
I wonder. I can pull up a picture and share screen.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not on somebody's dick.
I mean, I want to get $100 bill on mine, so then my wife could blow 100. What?
Yeah. Well,
Hey.
mine's gonna be more like $25 due to inflation, but
Well, inflation. See what you did there?
yeah.
That was an innuendo.
Okay. What is? I need to know. Everybody that's listening in, I need to know your dumb tattoo because everybody's made that tattoo mistake, right? Like I'm sure Phil probably regrets the tramp stamp because it happens half the time you can't see it because that's where all the semen pools, right?
It's true.
Yeah, it's a little bit different of a tattoo, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. There's the Soldier's Cross.
That's the soldier's cross?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It kind of looks like a face, two little hands, and like one boot.
Oh, well, from the side, of course. But from
That's cool, though.
front on, it's two boots.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good.
That's going to be my next one there.
MaryLynn, you've got a ton of tattoos. Is there one? Do you have a tattoo that you're just like, I probably shouldn't have gotten that one? It didn't come out right, or
No, because
don't lie to me.
I actually designed them myself, and it was intentional because they go with my books.
Okay, but I mean, did like maybe an artist not interpret it correctly, come out a little weird, and now you're like, I don't really want to show it that often?
Well, I can't hide it, but I do have this one right here. He put the moon on there, and it wasn't what I wanted. Oh, that's funny.
Okay. That is amazing. Is it wearing a sombrero?
It is wearing a sombrero.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Not quite what I wanted on the moon, but it works.
Okay.
Of course, I moved my freaking camera.
So we've talked about getting like a matching tattoo, and we talked about that potentially being, Screamy the Goat. If it wasn't Screamy the Goat, what else comes to mind?
That large dildo behind you with the Infinity Stones.
See, for me, it was a submarine on my chin that was like launching like missiles into my mouth,
That's how they put the juiciness into the starburst.
Right, exactly.
I've seen that documentary.
Gushers. They call them gushers now.
They
But Phil,
because they gush in your mouth.
if you could pick another tattoo to get that you would want all of us to get, what would it be?
Yes, tell me.
All of us to get?
All of us, all 4 of us.
Yes.
I'm in on it.
Jeez.
Brandon Cooper, you heard it.
I'll do it.
Gettysburg.
I'll be
We're
there.
going to hold Mike down and Krista can slap us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I'll be there.
If
And
we're
I'll have-
Are you going to be in Gettysburg?
He is. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Well then.
we should get a dick on our ass, huh? Huh? No? What? What just
forehead?
happened?
Forehead.
Yeah. Right.
Forehead.
What?
Get a dick on our forehead. Then we
Yeah,
could be unicorns.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
I like sparkles and sprinkles.
Why are
I
you
like
sitting
me.
on that horse's head? It's not a horse. It's a unicorn.
That's right. And then we could go buy angry incense from the fireworks store and run around together.
But for example, like, would you maybe a ghostly specter, or would you want something that was no face tattoos, or I will slap you all. There it is.
Oh,
From
that happened.
yeah, that I told you. It's real.
Yep.
5 fingers told the face. I'm not kidding you.
I'm afraid of your wife now.
There's abuse in this relationship, and it's not for me. So with
Hello, Kim Brady.
Hey,
I
Kim.
mean, would you get maybe a hey, Princess Brandon?
That's me. I'm Princess, and she's Punkin.
I love it.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
So you're putting a hiatus on doing paranormal, but what was the last? I mean, I'd like to think that you would end it on a great note. So what was the last paranormal experience you had?
Oh well, that's why I'm coming to Gettysburg.
Okay, tell me about it.
So
That was great, everybody. That was fantastic.
I've never investigated at Gettysburg.
Okay.
I went as a child and I had experiences, whatever. But I've never. The popular spots have never been on my radar. Just because some of them are overdone or whatever.
Yeah.
But Gettysburg, there's so many stories that the spirits want to tell that I don't think it's gonna, be a bother to the spirits over and over.
Yeah.
So we've got a Airbnb. Kim Brady and her husband James Brady are coming with me, and Jim and Melissa Rupert are also coming. So we got
My posse.
yeah, damn right.
Yeah. You had mentioned Jennifer Talley earlier from New Orleans.
Paranormal, yeah.
Yeah. So is she going to be there?
No, not this time.
No? Okay.
No.
Because we were just talking about her, how fantastic she's definitely been on our show. They've her husband's awesome. They're great folks. We really need to get out to New Orleans to meet them.
Yes.
But out of the paranormal community, she just has a fantastic rack. So I just want to shout out to her
100
for 100p, right?
Yeah.
Props where props is due. But you're going to get to Gettysburg to investigate. What about Gettysburg draws you to it? Because for me, I've never been. In fact, now that I think about it, this will be the first time I've been to a place where any type of Civil War era altercation has actually taken place. So that's kind of the drive for me when it comes to Gettysburg. But what about you? And you come from a military background.
Well, that and I mean, growing up in South Carolina, I've always been around Civil War.
South Carolina?
Yeah, I can't spit and not hit probably where some blood was spilled. So
or Hardee's.
Or a Dollar General.
Yeah.
Those things, it's springtime, they're hatching everywhere, so just be careful.
They're like Party City.
Only not.
Or Party USA. Halloween USA, that's what it is.
See, only not as fun.
Yeah, only not as fun.
And see, you can work at Halloween USA with all your teeth, but it's a prerequisite not to have all of your teeth for Dollar General.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
That's on the actual. Anyway, so Gettysburg, right?
Yes, Gettysburg.
So, but it's on the actual application for the Dollar Tree and Dollar General.
Must have 6 or less teeth.
Or if you check previously worked at Waffle House, then that automatically gets you the job. Yeah. So, but now that I have the military background, it's even more of a draw to me because I'm my own trigger item up there. Like,
It's true.
You
are military.
Yeah, so I'm just really curious as to how they're going to interact and what's going to happen. And it's a good way to start off my hiatus in the paranormal field by doing Gettysburg. I mean, we're going to be up there that Thursday, so we'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Leave Monday, and we also rented a 1800s farmhouse. That's on 80-something acres of land that's about a mile from Little Round Top. So we can investigate.
Why?
That.
It's from the 1800s. All the animals are dead, like from a long time ago.
Well, that's because we don't like animals.
How are you going to get milk?
Snakes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
They're little
Trouser snakes.
They create
Phil knows.
Oh, he was in the Navy. He knows.
He knows.
1,000 go out, 500 couples come back. I get it. I completely understand. But I think it's just going to be super fun. My wife is coming. She never had. First of all, I never get to say that very often. And number two is, she never gets to go and paranormally investigate with me. She's also a psychic student,
really?
Is what she says. She's learning. She's always had abilities. I think MaryLynn knows. But, she's learning that. So we'll actually be able to go as a husband and wife and investigate. And, what better place to do it, because she doesn't get to, do any of the events with me, than Gettysburg. I mean,
does she believe in, the paranormal? I mean, I know she's got some psychic abilities, but I mean, is she more skeptical, would you say, or is she like excited?
She's all in, bro. Like she enjoys it. So she's excited about it. And plus we haven't had a real vacation. So we're going to turn it in. That's why I'm not speaking. I'm not being a vendor. I'm just going to enjoy, because I've never just gone to a Paracon just to enjoy it.
I think that's great.
Yep.
So
Phil, what are you looking forward to in Gettysburg?
Yes, Phil. Other than spooning with me.
I feel like the only thing that I did good in school was American history. So I'm looking forward to seeing the battlefields, seeing what you feel, just interacting, seeing if we can make contact. This is probably a bucket list for just about everybody in the paranormal field, and we're fortunate enough to get to go to it. So
yeah,
about the whole damn thing, I'm excited for.
Same here. It's a bucket list for me. I've not been there, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to get to film a little bit, it'd be a good time.
Yes.
Y'all should come out to the farmhouse, hang out with us one night.
Yeah, that would be great, because I do this thing where anywhere I go, I like to take pictures of toilets.
Yes.
That I use. So that would be great. I've never used an 1800s toilet, so I would really appreciate that.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle Baron.
Hello, Michelle. I can't
Hey,
do
Matt.
it. Nice as he did it. Mr. Yogurt Costs.
Nice. By Mike, he means a different Mike, not this Mike.
Angus.
Yeah, Mike Anus.
Angus.
Oh, Angus.
Makes a big difference.
I mean, does it really?
Right. He takes a high Angus instead of a hiatus.
That's like the newest. That's the newest martial arts from North Korea is hyenas. That's why they're sending the shit balloons over.
So with Gettysburg, I don't know too much about the history, to be honest, of the actual Battle of Gettysburg, but I think it was over 3 days, and it was a victory for the Union, even though the Union was actually they were defensively. I think they were on the defense, and I think they had the things that you jump into? What do they call them? Not moats.
Trench.
Trenches, yeah, right. So there was kind of like some trench warfare.
Good, by the way, not the Marine, just putting shit out there. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. It's gonna be a long video.
But I think there's like the actual like trench. I think trench warfare took place in Gettysburg. So I would really like to see if those trenches still exist. I mean, because I don't know.
I mean,
they do. Some, I mean, you can see where they were. Obviously, they're not neck deep anymore. But you can, if I remember correctly, you can see some of them from like the little round top area or whatever you're indulging putting in your mouth, which looks amazing.
It is.
Yeah. I think it's what that dildo behind you is just ridiculous. I mean, that's a party right there. 5 of them, dude. If your wife is your wife still watching? I'm afraid of her.
Yeah, she should be.
Okay. But yeah, no, I think it's just gonna be fun. I'm going with really, really good friends, and
if they do, you fall into one. Or they saw the trenches.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see out of the trench. So
honestly,
you're taller than me, though.
I would bring my metal detector gear, and I would actually try to metal detect the field and see what I can.
Why don't you bring your metal detector and then come out to the farmhouse and metal detect? It's right there. It's right there by the battlefield.
That would be cool.
And the 88 acres that we're on is
wow.
Grounds. It's not, try it.
That'd be cool.
So we can get some of your stuff shipped out there to their location, Mike, and you can go play.
Yeah.
We can film.
Oh, your wife's still here. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah,
Looks
that'd be
like,
cool because you got that really cool metal detector.
He's so excited about it, he froze.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's completely.
He's completely froze.
But if you got to freeze, I mean, that's a very pleasant frozen face.
He's a staring champion.
Like of the world.
He's not moving.
No.
At all.
His gummies just kicked in.
They did. Oh, he's gone.
Yep, I told you. He's on his way to outer space, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you been to? We met you. The first time we met you in Deadwood.
Yes.
Have you been to Virginia City?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, fantastic. It is so nice there, man. Really awesome. Have you been to? Where was the last place we were? Where was the last place? Alabama.
We went to Alabama to the Bigfoot convention there.
Yeah, you ever gone Bigfoot hunting?
I have not ever done squatching because the way that I was raised and my beliefs, I know they're real. Right. So, I've just never
went to hunt them.
Well, hey, Leap, and it's not my new show. I just happen to be on the show. I am taking a break from the paranormal, so Shaman Sundays will not air for a while. I may do a little month. I may do a period show, once a month, because that's when they show up.
Not that kind of period, Mike.
Yeah, I was like, say what again?
Well, I mean, we could. What? No. But thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So you believe emphatically that that Bigfoot is.
I know. I know 100%. He's there.
He's out there. So I just found out that I live in Boulder City, Las Vegas, and apparently they have what they call the Sandman, which is apparently a Sasquatch that lives out here, And in the 90s, it actually chased one of my neighbors in his ATV, and he shot a shotgun at it to get away. And they went back the next day, and they found his footprint.
Yep.
And it's just this massive footprint, but they couldn't find it. But he thinks it's still out there to this day. What do you think?
Well, when I was out there at 29 Palms area of California, Mojave Desert area, there's also a Bigfoot type creature that's out there on the ranges. So it could be the same thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it. We saw it on one cycle because we actually drew down on it. We didn't know what it was. So it's out there. Cryptids exist 100%. Not all of them. Some are obviously made up, but however, like Bigfoot, the stories of Bigfoot go back 12,000 years if you dig and you look.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that brings a lot of validity, I believe, to at least the Squatch world. And of course, I believe in aliens.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I think we've had this conversation before with MaryLynn.
Yep.
Where I said if you believe in ghosts, then it's not that big of a reach to say that you believe in, Bigfoot or Sasquatch or cryptids.
Right.
And if that's the case, then it wouldn't make sense to not believe in aliens. Right?
Well, if you're going to have an open mind, open it all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what's the harm in that? None.
And to me, aliens are the easiest thing for you to believe in because, I mean, just statistically, with how large the universe is, the odds that we are completely and utterly alone are just so infinitesimal.
Yep.
Well, and they just found lights on a planet that's like.
That's right. I read that.
Like lights on a planet that, I don't know, several billion light years away or something.
Something crazy.
Yeah. And just to, let's just talk about space for a second. So between now and September, you can actually see a supernova that happened like 3,000 years ago. But the light is just now reaching Earth.
That's cool.
So when you get out there, go look up at the sky and you're going to watch something that happened, probably a whole lot longer than 3,000 years ago.
And that's the other thing that is crazy about, time travel. I mean, everything that we see is, we're looking at the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were able to fold space, you would technically be seeing into the future. So there's a lot of weird, I guess, layovers between, science and science fiction.
Well,
that's a lot closer than people think.
And and that's why I study quantum physics and quantum entanglement, because there's a whole lot. Like if you think about it, the past, the present, and future are all happening at the same time, because according to quantum entanglement, everything is happening right now, like everything. So, and quantum entanglement, theoretically, you can time travel. Well, that's quantum.
Isn't quantum entanglement isn't that like an app like Bumble or something?
It very well could be, because
a grinder.
I think it's more of a grinder.
Yeah.
And again, I hate to keep going back to it, but it's a wonderful practice, is the sunning of the taint.
Yes.
And now with this 3,000-year-old light coming, I mean, you never know what the anus will.
That's true.
Discover. So stuff to think about.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Well, the anus. I mean, that's why I enjoy star anus in my soups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. That makes sense. WI Bigfoot Group Wisconsin, I suppose, is having a camp out and hiking weekend this weekend. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Is that old Barnaby and them boys? I can't remember who's in the Wisconsin. I think that's Barnaby and Resnick and those guys. If it is, they're incredible people. So if you get to go.
So when we talk about aliens, Mr. Cooper,
Yes, sir.
do you think there's just on Earth? Do you think there's just like one type of alien? Do you think there's multiple species?
And so if you go back and research the Majestic 12, which was a CIA and multicultural pact when I think it was Nixon or Johnson, Lyndon Johnson, I believe, started Majestic 12. And this is when they had the meeting, the several different alien species met with the government. And so you look into that, Majestic 12, for those of you that are listening, just Google it. It's easy to find. But, yeah, 100%. Like, there's reptilians, which I think are the malicious ones.
The ne'er-do-wells?
You're right. The Greys. You know, and we could go down the rabbit hole in Greys, because some people think that the Greys are actually just a meat suit that aliens can put their mind into and control like an avatar so they can breathe on Earth.
Interesting.
I mean, some people that have been abducted, they say that they have seen the gray bodies just stacked up like supplies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like a doll body, kind of.
Right.
So do you think that aliens are able to mate with us?
No, I don't think it's in the natural way of how humans mate. It's more of a scientific... Caps, yes. Okay, that's right. He is Caps. Thank you. But I do think DNA splicing and, stuff like that does happen. And you can get into the fight of, there's a theory out there that people with Down syndrome are the next level of humanity.
You mean the next level down?
Oh, have you ever met somebody with Down syndrome that is not happy?
And most of them are extremely smart.
They're super intelligent.
They just can't communicate to us the way we communicate, but they can communicate with each other.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
It's just a fascinating, just a little, hey, if you guys are listening or y'all are interested, just start Googling it.
Yeah.
It's fun,
Yeah, I mean, that's the point.
Am I frightened of aliens? 100%.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They terrify me. And of course, there's a story behind that.
Would you be concerned being abducted?
Yes and no.
Like, would it depend on the abductors?
I would think, like, if I looked up and saw the reptilians, I'd think, oh shit, But I don't know. I've never been abducted that I know of. I'm gonna do a past life regression here pretty soon, and I've never done one of those. But I think it. Oh, that's right. You do everything. I forgot. Well, we'll definitely talk, because I was going to go all the way down to Florida and see Connie Katana, but I trust you. I mean, I trust her too. I love her to death. She's a wonderful woman, but great in the paranormal, and would be an amazing guest on your show, by the way. But I would be nervous. Like, what are you doing? But at the same time, I'd be super curious. Like, all right, here I am. Now we're face to face. I got questions.
Right?
Like, whatever, you need to take my blood or whatever, fine. But in exchange for you doing whatever you need to do biologically on me, you're going to answer my questions.
Yep.
Perfect opportunity.
That's right. Look, I'm okay with the probing.
That's why I once again, back to the greatest practice on earth, the taint sunning. It actually, they can look down and see that you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't had a finger up there once or twice, right?
At least
it's really no different.
Twice.
I mean, preferably you'd like him, to lubricate or spit on that fang,
Hot too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think and it makes because you hear like aliens can like take over like other people's identities, so it makes you wonder like if in your lifetime you've actually interacted with an alien and didn't even know it.
Well, here's the greatest quote in the world. You know how when you walk into the kitchen and you forget what the fuck you went in there for? It's
Yeah,
because you ran into an alien that needed to erase your mind and escape.
that's interesting.
Is it true? I don't know. But it sure is interesting.
I
Speaking
just
of
thought it was getting
true,
old because I'm actually every time I walk out the door, it's like I keep forgetting what I'm doing and have to turn around and come back.
I'm sure it's not like every single time, but maybe if like you're by yourself, you know, you go out there, all of a sudden you're just like, what
It's
happened?
a lot. You're like when Cat even asked me a question, it was just right there, and it's like I just look at him with his blank stare, and he's like, "You just did it."
I think I've been abducted as a child, very vivid dreams as a toddler, before I knew anything about aliens.
and
That's
and I'll tell you the story of why I'm terrified of aliens. And I've said this story once on a podcast, but this is back in the Blockbuster days. So I went to Blockbuster. As a latchkey kid, I got to have something to watch when I come home.
yeah.
So I got an alien documentary, and
Oh,
I was watching it, and halfway through the documentary, they were talking about how aliens would implant stuff in the nose, like trackers or whatever, and when they needed to destroy it or whatever, you'd get a nosebleed. Well, as soon as they said nosebleed, my nose started bleeding as a child.
well,
So that's why
crazy.
he has the nose ring, so it blocks the.
That's right.
Transmissions. Yeah.
Right. But that terrified me. They're like, you get nosebleeds, and all of a sudden, I didn't have a cold. It wasn't nothing. I've never just randomly got a damn nosebleed in my life.
Yeah.
And
It's funny.
I haven't since.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm 41. I've never had just like a random nosebleed.
Mm-mm.
Never once.
I had it when I was fighting all the time, doing MMA and stuff, obviously. But just as a child sitting there, and it just randomly, it's kind of scary.
That's pretty wild. That would freak me out too.
Yeah.
So that's the first I've heard of you doing MMA.
Oh, I did it for years. I was martial arts growing up, and yeah. I wasn't I didn't do professional, and it was like in the 90s when like people like Hoist Gracie were in the octagon, that type of MMA, not what they have now.
Right.
Right.
And
I'm surprised, MaryLynn, that you didn't know him.
I didn't know him.
You should have known. I try to do. Look, I have this theory on life. Like when I'm in that casket, I want you to look at me and go, "Oh my God, he looks horrible. He looks like there's nothing left in him."
That'd be good.
Because I want everything. No regrets, baby.
Experiences. Yeah.
I want to be catapulted.
I think you should.
Yeah, at my funeral. So preferably, I would have a stand-in so they could do an open casket, and then when they have like the reception, he can get out and like enjoy the hors d'oeuvres or whatever.
Right,
and
the horse ovaries.
Yeah, and then while everybody's enjoying the free clams, I would be catapulted over everybody.
I don't want you in my soda, bro.
What's that?
I don't want you in my soda and in my sandwich and stuff.
Oh, I do.
It could happen.
I do.
It could happen.
So you're talking about your ashes or your body?
No,
my body, my whole body. So my goal would be to be like launched like off a cliff into the ocean, but then it would also be my hope that it would be very windy and the wind would blow me back into the cliff.
Oh.
So then they got to go down and like try to collect me.
I think
Yeah.
one of two things I want. One is I want somebody to pour a bunch of popcorn kernels in me before I get cremated, so then you'll have something to eat while I'm burning. And then I want to give everybody like tasers.
You get an orca. You get
an orca. Yeah, right. I want to be able, give everybody that comes to my funeral a taser. Last person standing gets my shit. I'm just saying.
That's one way to do it.
Well, as somebody that's been tased before,
Oh, I've ridden the
my
lightning.
ass, somebody else can have your shit.
Dude, I've ridden the lightning. I was law enforcement for a while. I feel your pain.
Yeah. Not ever going to go down that road again.
Oh, God, it sucks so bad.
See, I've never been tased, but I have accidentally stuck my finger in a light socket.
Same. Pretty much. Basically the same.
Accidentally stick your finger in
You
a light.
can't.
Did you
It's not
fall or something and it just go in?
No, he took the light bulb out, put his
Yeah.
finger in, and turned it on, much like I did as a child.
So the light bulb burned out, and I did take the light bulb out, and then I got the new light bulb, but because the light was out, I couldn't see where the hole was, so I felt around for it.
Yep.
I found it.
Yep.
I forgot to turn the light switch off.
I did that as a
the
kid.
ever-loving shit out of me.
Yeah. Also, as a child, I had to go to the doctor because I had a very bad nosebleeds. Doctor said it had a cut way up in the nose. They had a cut. See, that's the same. Yeah. It's weird, Lee. It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I never got the probes. They let me put them in my pocket, and then they taped the other one to my chest. But it hurt like them, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of riding the lightning.
Russell, what up, buddy?
It's happening, Russell.
Wow.
He's got a cool show every Friday on Supernatural Inc. Network.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I found this article, and I wanted to bring this up because it kind of blew my mind, and I wanted your guys' expert opinions. In 1876, 1876.
Well, I was a young man.
I was working at the cotton mill.
A peculiar incident known as the Kentucky meat shower took place. Okay, where chunks of what appeared to be red meat fell from the sky.
Yep.
So there's theories that think it could have been like everything from like a group of vultures that like regurgitated at like just a very high altitude. But it was never actually determined what had happened. And it was never actually determined what type of meat, with people claiming it was beef. Some people claimed it was lamb, deer, bear. Some people said horse. Some people even said it was human flesh. How in the hell does that happen in 1876?
Oh, that's easy. Well, back then, even the alien craft could only carry so much waste. They hadn't perfected. They hadn't perfected like their flight and their calculations. So they just opened the damn. Bleh, there it is.
A meat shower, every woman's dream.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I prefer mine living.
Yes.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying, in Kentucky, of all places, it rained meat.
It's rained frogs, it's rained fish, it's rained alligators.
Yep. And they say sometimes it's a storm will pick things up and it's up and, it just takes it.
Meat?
Okay. What about the killer whale in the middle of the Amazon?
Oh, that I did hear about that.
I'm just saying, there's stranger shit has happened.
That is pretty weird. That is pretty weird.
Amanda East. Hey, Amanda East, have you seen my rock?
Amanda.
There you go, Amanda.
He's showing his rock now.
That's just the tip. Just the tip.
So
thanks for showing up. No, I got to see just the tip too.
Yeah, you did. Yep. It's just because of Amanda. She'll be out there at the old Gettysburg Bash, I believe.
So I know, like in ancient Greece, a philosopher had a bird drop a coconut or a rock on his head, and he died. So things have fallen from this. Weird things have fallen from the sky for ages, right?
Right.
But this specifically happens in Kentucky.
So how much meat? I mean, was it just kind of
I'm just saying, is it
miles,
a
or-
coincidence that that's also the birthplace of Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Is it a dry county in Kentucky?
Right?
Is it the Colonel? Did he do it?
I mean, 1876. I'm gonna look up.
I mean, he was old. I mean, chicken's been around since then. He was probably 11 herbs and spices on the pterodactyl.
He wasn't born yet. He was born in 1890.
So
Oh, wow.
close. Well, he was born from the meat.
Oh.
He could have been cultivated.
They
He could be a
cultured.
meat baby.
He was
He
meat.
was the Jesus of. It makes sense now. Kentucky
Maybe
Fried
that's that.
Chicken.
That's one of the 11 herbs and spices. Is that secret meat?
Right, it's not for me to drink. I need another shot.
It was a crow killing an old crow. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, I do. I just vaguely remember the story because I'd seen it and I thought it was interesting. But
And speaking of Old Crow, next show you should be drinking some Old Crow.
yeah, I should actually.
That's some of the worst shit. Blech.
Are you? So were you a whiskey guy? Bourbon guy?
I was
Whiskey guy?
I was a whiskey guy. Whiskey and I enjoyed rums,
Oh yeah, that's me. We're whiskey and rums.
but I was
Tequilas are tough.
dude. I was very picky because I'm a cigar guy, so I would
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd put that stuff in my mouth and just suck on it till it comes. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just fucking what?
Wow.
And so I'd have to have something to drinky down.
Yeah.
I was a single barrel Jack Daniels guy.
See, I can't do Jack. There's something about the aroma that just it makes me immediately want to vomit. And I've never gotten sick on Jack. I've only gotten sick on Jaeger.
Well, yeah.
Jaeger fucked me up, dude. Between Jägermeister and the Summer Sun in Vegas, no bueno.
Right.
I wound up with a like $190 tab at a hamburger bar at the Mirage that I didn't even know about. You know, I mean, it's just bad. Tequila. See, I like with my wife's family. They won't do tequila because it makes them mean. I can do tequila. I'm fine with tequila. It's just like margaritas. I don't like how salty they taste.
Yeah.
And tequila kind of follows in line to that weird, corny, salty taste, and I don't really dig it. Now I've had some good tequila, like some silvers, but they're fewer and far between.
The best tequila I ever had. I was at a restaurant in the Gaslamp District down there in San Diego, and I paid $500 for a shot of tequila.
Hey.
Well, I was getting ready to go overseas and didn't know if I was going to come back. So yeah,
This is it. Let's do this.
Yeah, this is it. Fuck it, let's do this. I took a $500 shot of tequila and a $400 margarita, and now that stuff was amazing.
That's how. What was it? Do you remember?
I don't.
No, it's fucked up, Mike.
I was drunk, dude. I'm just telling you that I just spent $500 on a shot. So,
yeah, dude, you just dropped $1,000.
Dude, easy.
Tequila was my go-to as whenever I was younger, but it's something that I can't do it now because I lose all inhibitions, everything. So it's like, nope.
Y'all need to give her some tequila at the old Gettysburg Bash.
No.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. She takes her bra off and starts swinging them.
Oh, it's like
She
the
calls it-
helicopter.
She calls it the Chinook. Yeah,
Played.
yeah,
Well played. I gotta go pee, so I'm gonna
Running
be right
around.
back.
yeah.
So,
We're actually about to the end. So, Brandon, how can people find your new show?
So check us out at veteranvoiceradio.com. Also, for the Android and the Apple people, we have our apps available now. So if you want to listen to the rock station, just go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store and type in Ranger Rockwave or Simplify Country and the app. You'll get the app. You can listen to us anytime, do requests. We've also got a Facebook page, Veteran Voice Radio Facebook. You can look us up. And you can find me on my personal page at Brandon Cooper. Oh, Shaman Sundays, which has been scrolling at the bottom. Thanks so
Dot
much.
Pornhub.
And I think,
Pornhub.
that's porn. OnlyFans, I take pictures of my feet. A lot of
Yeah.
feet pictures.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and you'll be in Gettysburg, which is the perfect time to get a picture with Brandon's weenus.
my weenus
Yeah,
is
he's known
amazing.
for his. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Can you
Just
see
look
my
at the
weenus?
look at the coloration.
Touch it.
That's beautiful. I
You
can't
can
wait
also
to
you can also pet my beard for charity.
pet the beard for charity.
We can do that. All proceeds will go to Veteran Voice Radio. So those of you out there that want to pet the beard, it's $1 a pet.
$1 a pet, Gettysburg, Battlefield Bash.
Unless you're Amanda
And we will
and,
be there.
and Sweetbread. Y'all can do that for free. Sweetbreads are,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying, I don't know what happened.
50% discount code at the bottom. Follow me.
All right, play us out.